All right, guys, this is a very special video, and it's a special delivery too. I got my first PSA return in the mail today. And if you haven't been in the card game for a while and you don't know what PSA is, it's professional sports authentication. And you're like, oh, this guy opens trading card games like Pokemon and One Piece. Why the hell does he need professional sports? Well, I love basketball too, but I don't really open their cards. But the thing is with PSA, they're the oldest grading service in the world. And what they do is you submit them your cards and they tell you, well, a professional sits down, looks at your card for 20 seconds and says, okay, this is a perfect card, or this is whatever grade it is. It could be a 1 to 10, and 10 is the best. And you guys might be like, well, a good card's a good card. Why does the grade matter? Well, grade matters because it takes a more subjective lens, which is the consumer looking at, oh, I think this card doesn't have any imperfections and therefore is a perfect condition, it's a mint card, and takes that and verifies it by a professional. And you know, this type of service is also flawed in many ways, but you know, it's the best we've got, and they're the most reputable that we have. And this is the first time I've ever done this, and I actually don't know how to open these, but this is gonna be my first time seeing these grades. I submitted over 40 cards from my trip to Japan. Bang, look at that. And, okay. Dude, that's insane. Oh, I should not show you that. Editor, cut that out. Cut that out, my address. And I'm gonna do the grade review with you guys today. And this is a big video for my card journey because I've never done this before, and it costs a lot of money to grade actually. People don't mention, it's an average of anywhere from $13 to 25 to 200, depending on what card you submit. And I have some cards in here that I had to do the highest tier or second highest tier of payment for, because the more expensive the card is, the more they charge you. It sounds whack, and PSA is the only one that does this. Other companies like Beckett and CGC, I actually don't know about CGC and SGC, but I know Beckett definitely does not charge for that. And how we're gonna do this is this. I only know one grade because I had to look at the receipt because they had to adjust some prices for me, because turns out I got a good amount of 10s, which is what I hoped for. And I saw the first card, so I hopefully will be pulling the first card. And this is in order of how I submitted them too. And if you look it up, how to submit, it should be in the mail. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not my first card. Is this my first card? Big Porion, yep. Okay, hold on, let me check this side then. Let me check this side. I want to do it in the order I submitted. Nope, that's also not it. Nope, that's also not it. I'm very confused. Is it here? It should be in order. Where's my Gengar? Nope, it's not that. All right, we'll just do it and we'll see it, I guess. So I'm gonna start from the left right here. So I went to Japan earlier this summer, and wow, it's so cool to see your own graded slabs. And I'm covering the grade right there, and I bought some vintage cards. Now this card I don't think will grade very well because the centering is not great. And there's a small amount of whitening, so I think this is a 7. So let's see what the big reveal is. It's an 8! Hey, that's actually pretty good. You can see the centering is not so great. It's a little bit tilted, but what I wanted to do is get this in sequential order. For the next one, which should be Big Porion. Okay, now this one is a card that's in much better condition. I think this could be a candidate for a 10, but it's probably a 9 or an 8 considering that little scuff, that little white dot there. Now, let's see the reveal, and the holo is pretty perfect. The big thing on the vintage cards is the holo is usually scratched. Okay, that's a 7. That's really surprising for me. I guess they didn't like the holo scratching. And then now I have the Jolteon. Oh, that's the Gengar. Wait, are they some? Oh, it is in the number I did it. This one is my favorite Gengar card of all time. You can see that art is super unique. And I found this in Japan. It's a perfect card, man. I haven't seen one like this before. And it was, the card shop knew what they had, so they priced it very high as well. And this is a 10. This deserves a 10. I'm very happy it got a 10. PSA is a little bit strict with vintage, so it tends to be difficult, but that is a banger, man. That is a banger. And it's funny because they grade it in order, but they seem to not pack it in order. I'm a little bit confused. This Duskull I pulled from Shrouded Fable, off camera actually, from one of the Greninja collection boxes. I think Shrouded Fable is an interesting set because the art is not that cool, but the Duskull line is cool, the Persian one is cool, and also, it's also definitely very short printed because they're still out there for like 30 bucks and no one wants them, so we're definitely not gonna print them again. And hopefully this is, what, a 9? Okay, I'm a little surprised by this one. All right, I guess they didn't like the corner at the back, but I think this should have been a 10, but hey, that's fine. We're not too worried about that. And hopefully, where is our, okay, it's there. I'm actually gonna pull this one out. No, that's actually not it. We're missing our Jolteon, actually. I'm very confused, but, oh, this is a banger. This is from my favorite artist, Tomokazu Komiya, and this is a great condition card surface-wise, although the corners might not be perfect, but they look really good. But it could have had damage in handling because I didn't pull this card. I usually like pulling them and then submitting them because then I could for sure know the condition. And they look under this with a microscope, so you never know what you get. But this is a 10. Beautiful. I love this art. I'm very happy it got a 10. And if it's your first time submitting the PSA, please talk to someone who has submitted before, because you could just not waste your money, right? Like when you submit, oh, there's a little, that should be a 9 then. I didn't even see that. You see, a better submitter would have just cleared that up before he submitted. But there's some weird stuff. Is that PSA's slab itself? I swear that wasn't on the card. It's a little bit strange. See, fresh slab from PSA could still need some work. But what was I saying? Get someone to look at your cards so that you know what you have. Because if something's a 7 or below, it's probably not worth submitting. Like, I probably missed some scratches on the hollow here because I was, and the ding on the corner. But let's see what this is. That's a 10. So if that's a 10, that means this weird ding, you see that square there and that one bottom, that's just on the case. I can't do much about that. That's out of my control, but okay. This card has an interesting story to it. So this card on the front looks pristine, and it was in a tag holder from a friend that I made in SF card show in October, and he is a big fan of tag, and I really like the tag slabs. But this card caught my eye because it was a tag 6, which means probably lightly played, moderately played, and Koro Mew in the tag 6 is like $250. And in my mind, I look at the card, I look at the front, I'm like, this is at least a PSA 8. But you know why it was a 6? Because tag picked up this scuff in the back. You see, you can't even see it that well on camera, but it's right there. And that's a big deal for tag, which scans the whole card. For PSA, they care mostly about the front. So let's see what we get here. A 3? Dude, a 3 is insane. Okay, I'm surprised by that. I thought that'd be a 6 or 7 at least. I might resub this, I might not, but clearly they're not a fan of the scuff on the back either. But wow, I didn't think this would be a 3. I thought this would be a 6, because the front is pretty perfect, man. Okay, that's a little bit disappointing. That's one of my favorite Mew cards ever created, so. Okay, this card, I love and I'm a big fan of, and I'm gonna keep buying them. As you can see, the back looks good, but I'm not confident on this card getting a 10. I think it's probably an 8 or a 9 because the centering's not great and there's some small edge issues. Yeah, it's a 9. I think that's fair. That's the Greninja from Shrouded Fable. Oh my god, our first One Piece card. So most of my One Piece I send to Beckett because with One Piece, the print quality is very good. So if the print quality is very good, you should be going for the black labels at Beckett, which is pristine. This is a Championship 2023. So how this worked was at the event. This is a card tournament. So at the event, you could take, you could play the game, the actual card game, and then they give you a pack, and the pack could contain a bunch of different random cards. And this is one of them. And this is my favorite card you could pull from that pack. Let's see what I get. A 10. Thank you. I like that card a lot. And in a 10, it's worth money. Now let's see this one on the back here. It looks pretty pristine. Oh, that's a banger. That's a banger. This I also bought in Japan for a good amount of money, man. This card is worth a lot in Japanese, and the texture is different from English. And this is a pretty pristine card. The card shop had a ranking system of S all the way to D and E, and this card was an A+. They probably saw a small dink in some corner somewhere, but let's see what PSA thinks. It's a 10. That is huge. I'm very happy about this. This ups the price a lot, and this is a banger. I love this Blaziken card. I think it's super undervalued right now. I've bought a few already, and if you want an interesting position to take, buy it. Chilling Reign is just sold out, and this is the chase, and it's such a cool art, man. And I like Blaziken personally, but some other people maybe don't. Banger, super banger. Oh, another One Piece card. Okay, One Piece, the thing is, the centering is always usually pretty good. Sometimes it isn't, and you get really unlucky, but here is the Bandai Card Games Fest World Tour. I actually don't know how you get this card. You probably go to this event, and it's a promo. That's amazing. It's a 10. I'm happy about that. I just have no clue how they deal with that. This one I also bought in Japan. This is Eevee Heroes Umbreon. You know that I'm an Umbreon collector, and you could see the aftermath of the God Pack that me and my friend pulled yesterday. That was the best moment of my card opening experience. You could see I'm gonna send this God Pack out to grade sequential soon. But this is the OG Eevee set, not Terrestrial Festival. This is Eevee Heroes, which Evolving Skies is based off of, the best Sword and Shield set and the best modern set ever. And I saw this card in the card shop, decent condition, decided to purchase it. I'm not expecting a 10 here, because I think there's some surface issues, but maybe 8 or 9. It's a 10. I'm happy about that. Another Japanese card. Japanese back, always pretty good. I pulled this one. I pulled this in a Japanese summer promo. So they looked like this. So when I went to the Pokemon Center in Japan, I still have a few of these. If you guys want to buy these, I should put them up on my site. But if you buy a box, you get one. So I bought the max amount of boxes they let me buy, which was, I think, 5. So I bought all the super shiny treasures, and then they gave me 5 of these. And then in each pack that I just showed you, there's one card, and you could pull this or 5 other cards, and this was by far the best card. I opened one pack and I pulled it, and it's a 10. I love this card. It's a banger. I'm glad I have it. Another modern Japanese. Oh, I pulled this one as well. So this was a promo in English for Paldean Fates, or was it for something? I don't know what it was a promo for. I think it was a promo. It's definitely in Paldean Fates, but I don't know what it was. Or it's in the Japanese version, which is Super Shiny GX. But I pulled this. It's not a promo in Japanese, you have to pull it. And it's quite a popular card, but it's only worth money in a 10. I like the art, I think it's cool. Hopefully it's a 10. Bang, it's a 10. You see with Japanese, you usually hit, and if you don't, there's probably something really majorly wrong with the card. Like, or Korokoro Mew. And I guess you could learn a lesson from the Mew, because, you know, if the grader was lazy on his job, he could have given that an 8 on any day if he didn't really look at the back, but clearly he knew what he was doing. So the thing is, people love to complain about PSA a lot, but I'm sending in good cards, guys, and a lot of them are 10s, and most of them are 10s, and some of them are 9s. So in my experience, this is my first experience, that you should look at your cards, and if they didn't give you a 10, there's a reason. So, like, people are always shocked and saying it's grade manipulation, whatever. They only give 10s to like their friends, and that's not impossible. But I feel like if you have a good eye and you try it with a jeweler's magnifying, I don't know what they call those, or a centering tool and stuff like that, you can really judge for yourself and look at the condition. This is, I got in the card shop in Japan. And this has the Pokemon Card Gym stamp on it. I'm a sucker for the stamp, guys, just like you guys are a sucker for the first edition promo stamp. I saw this card, it exists in English everywhere, but I knew to have it because it had the stamp. Pretty low pop. Let's see what we get. It's a 10. I'm happy about that. That's gonna be a rare card going into the future. So another Japanese card. Oh, so this is awesome. Probably my chase of all time is Gold Stars. And this is the cheap budget version of a Gold Star that you can get. This is the 25th anniversary. And I think I actually need an English one of these too, but I like the 25th in Japan. That stamp is much prettier, much more sleek. The English one has a Pikachu on it. And the sparkly is really nice. I hope we get a 10 here, but I think this might be a 9. And I think there was an edge issue, but I'm not sure. Let's go! Okay, this is big. I'm very happy about that. To own this in a 10, this is one of my favorite cards, just in general. Even though it's only $100, I love the design. The Gold Star art, where they pop out of the frame, is just very unique, man. And there's not much in Pokemon like that. Another Japanese card. Oh my god. We're here already? Oh my god, we're here already. This is the most expensive Pokemon card I own. I bought this before the COVID boom, when I was getting back into cards in the Sun and Moon era. And I just have a good eye for arts, and I just knew that this card was gonna be a banger. And I was actually, at that time, you guys might think I'm crazy, but this card was going for 150 to 200, and I was scared to purchase at that price because barely any modern cards on the market were at that price. And this is the Scream collaboration with Pokemon, and they made 5 cards. You can see Pikachu in the back there. I have them coming up too. And I bought all of them from different sellers, and I checked the condition. And keep in mind, these Scream cards were going for like 30, $50, and that was already quite expensive. And I was scared to purchase this for 150, but boy am I glad I did, because this card raw is $1,000 to $2,000. And if I get a 10, it's a $2,000+ card. This is the big reveal of this PSA opening. Let's fucking go. Okay, this is huge. This is super huge, man. This is a $2,000+ profit on a card that I personally just love and I'm never gonna sell. I love this art. It rocks, man. Oh shoot, I'm already flinging these around like there's no tomorrow. But Mimikyu, you go right there because your buddy Eevee's right here. Same story, part of the set. I graded them sequential, hoping to get them all 10s, so I have them in a frame sequential in my house one day. Let's see if that dream will stay alive. The dream did not stay alive. This is a 9. It's okay, guys. And here's the Jolteon I was missing. So they do grade it in order that you put on the submission form, and they give you the number in order, but they don't put it back in the box in order, which is okay. This is part of the trio that we had earlier. We're trying to get anything anything decent here, but let's see what we get. 9! Hey, I'm happy with that. That's a good 9. It's a hard 9 to get, and I got it. 2, 4, 5, 6. Damn. I guess the Scream Eevee dream is over. Or the Scream Perfect 10 dream is over. Okay, this is Lily from, we'll get the other Screams later, they're in here. This is Lily from Sun and Moon Dream League. My favorite set of all time. I opened 5 boxes of those. That box is now an $800 box because it wasn't printed that well and you can get a hit on every pack. It was just an awesome opening experience, man. But people love this girl Lily. I pull her, but I like pulling Pokemon. So we get a 10 here. This is likely going on the shop for sale. Let's see. Bang, that's a 10. That's a good 10 to get. I'm happy about that. All right. Here we are. Oh, One Piece. This is brand new. Opio 9. I bought a case of Opio 9 because it's the 2nd anniversary set. Absolutely beautiful. This card is not worth a lot, but I really like the art, and I'm just grading it for fun. 10. And that's the thing with One Piece. You're very likely to just pull 10s because it's One Piece. I don't know if that makes sense. Because the printed quality is so good. So that's why PSA is a no-brainer, but you send it to Beckett, see what they say. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is from Unbroken Bonds. This is the chase of Unbroken Bonds, actually, and I pulled it from 2019 Sun and Moon. Now, there is some slight, actually, I don't think so. I think it's mainly a centering thing. The centering is very hard to get on the tag team cards because you can see the borders are different from any other Pokemon card. Even, this Pokemon card border is different, but you see what I mean? You got the thin ones on the side, so it's a little bit harder to judge. For me, I haven't graded a long time either, but I'm hoping for a 10. These are hard to get in the 10. I got a 10. This is huge. This is huge. Big card I just pulled. Man, this is fun, man. Oh, Fates Collide Secret. The centering's not great on this, and the corners aren't great on this, but I love this card. Dude, it looks so good in the PSA slab. And everyone sees the Umbreon, everyone sees the Alakazam. But my first time looking at this card, I didn't see the Luigi in the background. You could see the Lugia flying there, looking menacingly. This card is part of a series. Yeah, this is definitely not getting a 10. And if it does, I think I just showed you the grade anyways. If it does, I would say PSA needs to rethink their stuff, but it should be a 7 or an 8 maybe. 9, I'm happy about that. This deserves a 9 and it got a 9. All right, let's see. Keep it moving. And then we have, so there's a few arts in this series. They're both from XY. One's Fates Collide Secret, this is Breakpoint Secret, and I love this art, I love the texture. So I actually bought these on eBay for really cheap when they came out. I was in there doing my thing. Let's see what we get. 7, wow. I'm very surprised that this is a worse grade than the Alakazam because I think it's better. Although the corners are worse, so I think it's fair. That's not that bad. I'm fine with that. That teaches me some things, that any whitening on the corner is a no-go in PSA. It's the same as the Lily. This is me pulling a banger from the Dream Team series and Dream League series. I love this set, man. You guys should go see. Everyone says the trainer galleries were first done in Sword and Shield. I would say technically that's true, but the first trainer and Pokemon arts that came back was actually in the last 2 sets of Sun and Moon, and no one likes to talk about Sun and Moon that much because they don't know. And also Sun and Moon is very hard to buy. It was very short printed relative to the demand in today's Pokemon world. So it's hard to find. That's a 10, baby. Let's go. I love Enzekrom Reshiram and the new trainer set that's coming after Eevee, no, what's it called? Whatever the English terrestrial festival is. That's the next set, the gym trainer set with trainers. And there's an Ends Reshiram there that looks awesome. Psyduck promo. Again, this is 3 of 5 for the Munch retrospective, which is the Screen collab. Let's hope to get a 9 or a 10. Gem Mint 10. I love Psyduck. Psyduck's awesome. I'm happy about that. That works for me. If Eevee's the only 9, I'm gonna be a little bit upset, but I'm not gonna resub. It's not worth. This I found in Japan. I think this card is awesome. This card in an 8 is worth the same as a raw card. I'm just happy to have it graded in a PSA slab. This is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon Center in Japan, one of them. They always have these for anniversaries in Pokemon Center. And this is Pikachu with the Sakura flowers, which come out every spring in Japan. And if you've never been, if you ever can find the way to get there, go during cherry blossom season. It's absolutely beautiful. All the rivers are covered with pink petals, and it's an amazing place. And I actually think this could get a 10, but it's more likely to be a 9. It's a 10. I'm happy about that, very happy about that. I think that I have some cards in here that are a coin flip between a 9 and a 10, and most of the time I've been lucky to get a 10, and I feel like I've only had 2 9s so far. I mean, one of them's the Eevee, which I am unsure why it's a 9, to be honest. Maybe there's a scratch. Oh, there's a ding on that corner. Oh, damn, did I not catch that? Oh, that ding is pretty bad, actually. I'm a little bit upset about that. Damn. I should have caught that and smoothed that out. Could have been a 10. See, it pays to be experienced. And I'm getting there, guys. I'm trying my best. Here's another chase. In the Munch Pikachu. This card's pretty pristine, man. This and the Mimikyu are the most expensive ones. This I think is a $1,000 card now. It used to be 500. It used to be 80 raw when I had it. I'm hoping for a 10 here. If you guys want to see the back and guess your grade, you can let me know. But let's see. Let's go. So the big monsters, we got 10s in, but the Eevee we did not, and that's okay with me. And there's still one more left in the Munch series. I think it's coming. This is Green's Exploration. I've always thought this card was funny because the text is right over her hair. Do you see that? Usually they don't overlap that at all. They'll find a way. They'll either put her hair over or whatever. But it was necessary for the card. I think in Japanese it was probably shorter or something, so it wasn't covered. I pulled this one in Unbroken Bonds. I opened a good amount of Unbroken Bonds. That's how I pulled the Guard of War and Sylveon tag team. I think this card will be very popular in the future. I'm a fan. It's very cute. I'm sure my girlfriend would love it too. All the women love the cute cards. But again, girls like this, I pull them and I don't want them, so I want to sell them. Let's see what we get here. 10. All right, it's going on the sale block later. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is an interesting card as well. Trainer cards tend to be really popular in Japanese, actually, and they, I think, are growing a little bit in popularity in English. People like the trainers. I like some of them, like Cynthia. I enjoy because I've played against her. Platinum is one of my favorites, my first Pokemon game, and I remember it was really hard to beat her. And I like her swag, and I love Garchomp. I love Lucario. Honestly, I love all the Pokemon she picks on her team. So sometimes you'll see her with Garchomp and it's fire. Sometimes you'll see her with a Gastrodon in one of the things, and I really like those. But I don't really get the new guys. People like Marnie because she's a goth girl kind of vibe. But how I got this card is I played a gacha game in Japan, and this gacha game is basically you spin this thing on the machine. It gives you a ball or a card, whatever, and inside that it's a random card. And I got this card, which is actually worth a good amount in Japanese, and there's actually print lines on this, so I'm not very confident on what it will get, but it's probably a 9 because it's been handled for so long. That's a 10? Wow. Wow, that's so interesting to me. They probably didn't really catch the print lines a lot at all, but wow, you can clearly see it on camera. But this is also going to be up for sale. I don't need this many slabs. I just spoiled myself on the grade of this next card, which is a very special card to me actually. Mega Rayquaza EX. This card is very, very notoriously difficult to grade. All the Mega full arts are very notoriously difficult to grade. This is from 2015, so I grew up playing with Megas in XY era. Freaking awesome, man. I'm glad they're bringing it back for Pokemon Z. It's gonna be great. This card is pretty good overall. Oh, did they mishandle my card? That thing wasn't there when I got it. All right, I already saw the grade for this. It's not a 10. It's a 6. A little bit disappointing. Yeah, I wouldn't have submitted if, I mean, I knew the corners weren't amazing, but I wouldn't have submitted if I saw this thing there, but I swear it wasn't. You guys see it? Yeah. I swear it wasn't there when I submitted, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. Again, same deal with this Mega Charizard EX. Very difficult card to grade. There's so much that can go wrong. The centering is great on both of these, but of course it's older cards, so higher chance of not being in perfect condition. And it's hard to see scratches on this, so the corners are okay. There's one small little bend on one end, so 9. Hey, I'm happy about that. That's a big redemption from the Rayquaza for sure. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. I'm happy about that, man. It's better than a lot that could have happened. Another card that's notoriously very hard to grade. This is Evolution's Charizard. So I'm not a big fan of Evolutions. Everyone loves it. And I mean, I've said this before in some of my videos where I'm talking about how 151 is super overhyped. And I still have a lot of 151 to open. You guys can see that back. I still have a lot of 151 to open, like mini tins from Costco that I found. I was lucky to find those. But I think some of the art is phenomenal, but the main chase in that set, which are the starters and their evolutions, the art is not great. The Venusaur line is fire. Charmander is cool, but the Charizard is horrible. And the Blastoise is mid. And you can debate me all you want, but I'm talking about the art itself. Obviously it's iconic, whatever. Evolutions is even a step behind in that sense where this is just straight up a reprint, guys, of base set. And I'm happy I pulled this. I mean, this is the chase of the set. This and the Mega Charizard. So let's see what we get here. This card's notoriously hard to grade. In a 10, it's worth a few hundred. In a 9, it's worth the same price as a raw card. There you go. It's a 9. I think that's about what I expected. It's not perfect at all. And for this to get a 10, that would be quite disrespectful, actually, to Pokemon. Because it's not easy to get a 10 in that. And the printing quality at that time was also not great. This is Ultra Shiny GX. Also, one of the best packs of the era. I think this was the first ever specialty set in Japanese, which was when they gave you more cards per pack, but lowered the number of packs and also made the box smaller, but made it so that you would hit an EX minimum in every pack. And this is one of the secret rares, which is shiny. And this is the first time they brought back shiny Pokemon in a long time. Now they have it all the time. I think kids these days should be grateful that they get to open shiny packs like Paldean Fates and pull some of their favorite shinies. This is a Leafeon I pulled. I've only opened one box of this Ultra Shiny GX ever in my life, and it was a fun experience. Now that box is too expensive, it's not worth opening. That's a 10. I'm happy about that. That's a banger, guys. That's a banger. Not easy to pull that, guys. Not easy at all. Oh, here we go. Now this is the last of our screen. This should be a 10. I'm a little bit upset about the Eevee, but what can we do? That's a 10. So we hit everyone but the Eevee. Hey, you can't win them all, guys. This was one of my life goals, but not. That's a little dramatic. But the biggest cards that we got were 10s, which is very good. But the Eevee we missed out on, at least it's still a 9. I'm happy about. But this is sequential, guys. This is amazing. Imagine up. I'm gonna put this in a case. This is my first grading experience anyways. Sequential. That's a banger. I'm gonna put this in a custom frame and have it there. Now this card, one of my favorite arts in Modern. I love it. This is a old style, I think, Japanese history textbook type. I don't even know where her arm is positioned actually. Is this her other arm? This is wrapping around, she's looking that way. I'm unsure, they're looking at something. But this is from a stamp box. And in Japan, you can actually buy the box with everything in it for pretty cheap, like 200. But this card itself goes for like 200 more. So in the US market at least. So if you go to Japan, buy it, grade it, hopefully you get a 10. Let's see what we get here. Gem Mint 10. And along with this card, it comes with a pairing. The Cramorant. I love this one too. The art style is phenomenal. I think Cramorant is a really cool Pokemon to draw. And we paired it up, back to back. 10s. I'm happy about that, man. Very happy about that. And here are the last 3. We got the big ones out of the way. This is Buggy Leader from One Piece OP9. And you guys know that I have other OP9 cards being sent to grade right now, but those are actually in Beckett, and Beckett takes much longer, guys. But you could get the black label. This might be a 9. I think they're a little bit stricter on One Piece and a little bit less strict on Pokemon, which I think is fair, because Pokemon printing's all over the place. Let's see what we get here. Gem Mint 10. All right, Marshall D. Teach, OP09, Gem Mint 10. This is a special one. This is from the Monsters DVD box. This holo is awesome. This is Ryuma. It says for Asia, you see, so it's exclusive for Asia. Not a high population at all. Really hard card to find. Easy to find if you live in Asia, but I wanted to grade it because it was in fantastic condition. Gem Mint 10. We're happy about that. Now I will look right now actually on my receipt because I feel like we might be missing a card unless I didn't send it to grade. I don't really remember. But you can see in this Lily set, so there's this one with N and there's one with Lily that's a tag team with Solgaleo and Luna, whatever the fuck their name is. But let me just check if they missed it or not. Because if they missed it, I do have to say something. And I have it all on video, so. No, I don't think I sent it to grade. Okay, I'm tripping on that. I don't think I sent it to grade because, all right, we're cool. Damn. Yeah, so I'm very happy about this. I mean, we got mostly 10s, guys. That's a phenomenal pool, especially this bad boy right here and that bad boy right there. Hard to get, guys. Very sad about the Eevee. The thing is, it's easy to say, yeah, why don't you just crack and resub? But this card itself, to get graded, costs like 500 bucks, 300 bucks anyways. So is it worth getting a full sequential, get a different Eevee in there? I'm unsure, That's something to think about it. But having it sequential like this is pretty freaking phenomenal. And I'm proud of it. And this is my first big Pokemon purchase, actually, from back in the day, 2019. So great return on investment. My only mistake is not buying more. Who knew? Back then in the Pokemon industry, Pokemon card industry was not booming as much as it is now. And you guys are in a huge bull market right now. I've been buying some stuff here and there, but there's not much opportunity in the US market right now. You hear people talking about buying cases of, Scarlet Violet base at this point for like 120, when literally 6 months ago it was $80, which is which is like way below retail. And no one wanted it because there's no chases in that set. Or for example, people are saying buy Shrouded Fable now because it's really cheap and it's low stock. And yeah, it's short printed, but so is most of XY. And you don't see half of XY. What's that? Steam Siege going for any money because of how shit it is as a set. And Shrouded Fable is a shit set, relatively. So, I mean, people gotta use their brains in this market. It's hard. It's not easy. And you guys gotta spend more time in the market and figure out what's worth buying, what's not worth buying. What I will say is this: be a little bit patient. Guys, we still have the Eevee set to come out. We still have the Team Rocket set. We still have the Gym Heroes set. And the Eevee set is going at pre-order so Elite Trainer box is $60 retail. And it's going for $90, upwards to $110, $120. You guys are paying double for a pre-order of a set that is currently short printed in terms of supply, at least in English, and is definitely going to be printed to the ground because of how popular it is and how much demand Pokemon is in right now. I know Pokemon Company can see this and they're definitely going to ramp up production. So you should buy Prismatic Evolutions, 100%. It's a banger set, guys. I mean, look at these cards that I pulled. Look at this God Pack. The video will be up soon. This is like the best moment of my career. I mean, look at these cards, man. They're beautiful. And if anyone tells you these cards aren't that cool, they're tripping. These cards are gonna hold over time and go up in value, but the price you're paying per box for sealed product, the price point is too high. And people need to start thinking about what's the price point for these sets, and me paying $120 per box for Stellar Crown, is that even worth it? Or whatever. But yeah, just be careful. Only spend money that you have, and make good decisions. And I would say wait for Prismatic to drop in price, because it will, and buy it. I have only 2 boxes pre-order right now on Pokemon Center. I got lucky with that, but I'm not ordering anymore until it drops to around 70 or 80. And also, honestly, I'm satisfied because I ordered a case of the Japanese for $55. It's now going for upwards of 70 to 80 per box. And I pull a God Pack and I'm super happy. And I don't think I need that in English, but dude, look at these cards in Prismatic, man. I'm gonna get these graded too. Well, I don't know about those, but definitely the God Pack I'm getting graded. But what a journey. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. I know these shits are long. You don't have to be here for all of them, but it's fun just seeing you guys pop in here and there. But here's some bangers, man. This is a huge Rayquaza return, 40 cards total, and I'm a yapper. I yapped about all of them. But that's it. Thanks for watching this. Bye-bye.